Dorinda Medley of Real Housewives of New York City was determined to make it nice this season on Traitors. And she did just that because she was the last housewife standing this season. And I am talking with her today. Now, this week is kind of perfect timing for Dorinda because she was murdered on Traitors. And then just a few days later, it's announced that she will be joining this new reality series featuring former Real Housewives of New York cast members called The Golden Life, because a particular cast member said something about Bad Bunny's performance on the Super Bowl and got fired from said show. And now Dorinda is stepping in. And she told me in a really kind of coy way, timing's everything, with that smile of hers. And you know exactly, the smile says everything. You need to know I'm talking about Jill Zarin. You're going to love this chat that I had with Dorinda today. We talked about that, of course. We also talked about her time on Traitors and some of the drama with her and Ron this season, because Ron, after Ron Funches left got kicked out of the castle, he had some things to say about Dorinda, and she's addressing those things that he said during my chat. Also, she's talking about how she has a past history with the Traitors Castle, which I did not know. It's very interesting. So you're going to love my chat with Dorinda. Sit back and grab a snack because I will be right back with Dorinda Medley. I have to say, first off, I'm a massive fan of yours. I've been trying to actually get you in the magazine for years.
Really?
Yes. So I want to, when that, I think when it'll happen is when the news today got dropped that you'll be on that new show. So I think maybe we'll make it work then, which I'm very excited about. Congratulations.
I'm very excited about it too. Timing's everything.
It really is. And let me tell you, the timing of it could not be more perfect, because when I saw that you were murdered, I was excited that you were on Traitors, but then when I saw you were murdered, I was very upset because I like having you on my television. So the juxtaposition of the week of you getting murdered and then being on a new show, perfect.
Listen, it was great because people could just mourn it a little bit.
Yes.
And then we had that incredible fire horse come in today, the new calendar year, and ta-da! She jumps out. I say, I'm like a jack in the box. They pushed me in, and there I pop up
jumping
again.
Out. I'm making it nice. I'm making it nice.
They can't keep the Jack in the Box closed.
Dorinda, I love you. So
that's why we're going to be great on this show, because we girls are hustlers, boy. We do not stop.
Well, you were fantastic on Traitors. I mean, to come back for a second season, I was very excited. How did you feel about your overall experience on this season of Traitors?
I really, I learned so much, and I really allowed myself to be fully present in it, not be so worried about every single thing, and just kind of take it all in. And try to, as I keep telling people, try to get through 5 fabulous outfits without getting murdered or banished. That was my strategy.
You did it. You did it.
My outfits were really on point this time, weren't they?
They were. I mean, I'm so glad we were able to get a full sort of viewage of everything you had.
I didn't even use the ones from my old last year. When I came home and my suitcases were not even unpacked, I called my daughter Hannah and I said, come and take all the shit.
It's cursed. It's cursed. Well, so you and the Housewives, I mean, when I saw that groupage of Housewives, I was very excited. But you did something that rarely happens within Traitors history, at least, is that you had to go against a housewife. So what was that? What was it like working with the Housewives? But also, what was it like going against a housewife in the end?
Well, listen, I love those two girls, and I've always enjoyed them. Now, obviously, when you're in that you're in those intense sort of quarters, you get really close. I think any of these shows that we do where you spend weeks and weeks and weeks together is such a great experience, and you're kind of bonded. You're already bonded as a housewife, so then it kind of really solidifies it. At first, I really thought I was on a girls' weekend, as I said somewhere in an interview. I really did. I was like, this is fun! Yeah. Not that we have any downtime or hangout time, but I think as the show progressed, and you realize what you were doing and paranoia sets in, you got to remember, we're filming 12, 14 hours a day. There is no interacting except for what's on the camera.
Yeah.
We have minders with us. So, it's a little bit like that. What's that great book we read when we were growing up, Lord of the Flies?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It can be a little bit Lord. So you start to think, oh, yeah, she's a housewife. But could she be?
Yeah.
And why are they talking about her? So you start to think almost Darwinistically and survival of the fittest. You're like, I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what happens. It doesn't, everything in all situations starts off so great. And then you kind of realize, oh no, I'm here to survive or
Yeah.
stay as long as possible.
And you did it. I mean,
And you do it. I
and
mean, I can't believe I was the last housewife standing. First housewife to go last time, last housewife standing this time. Can you imagine? I was very, 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 very sad to see Porsha go this year so quickly.
yeah. Would you have wanted to be a traitor?
No.
No. Why?
You know, for a couple reasons. One, I don't think I can stay up that late. I'd give myself away the next day by sleep. The days are already so long.
Yeah.
No, I think because I think it was important for them to let one of the new players come on. It was, I think it was, you know, it was enough for the audience to see me come back.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those, I think they chose perfectly in giving those two coveted spots, or the traitor spots, rated two of the housewives,
Yeah.
because they were new and fresh, and it was great to see them come together. So I think it all worked out exactly as it should be.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of talk, you know, when it was going on of not conflict, but the situation between you and Ron and how that sort of played out. So I wanted to know if you
There
could
really
address that.
wasn't. I could, but that's the, you know, there is no, to anything that you saw, anything that is there, you saw, we don't have downtime.
Yeah.
So we are mic'd first thing in the morning without anyone there. And then we're demiked as soon as we leave. Anytime when we leave at night, anything and everything is on camera. So there was never, and the truth is, I really hung around Lisa and Candiace. They kind of separate you. If you're going to transition from, like, let's say breakfast to the challenges, you're with women and minders, and then they take your mic off. And then as soon as you're all back together, you're mic'd again.
Yeah.
So there is no, I didn't really have a lot of interaction with him, never mind conflict. I really didn't.
Yeah. Did you see some of the stuff that he had talked about after leaving the show?
Yes.
And what was your reaction to sort of the way he's, and
None.
then of course, the
Because
reunion.
I just didn't even, I was like, what is he talking about? We just don't have that kind of relationship. And I don't know for what reason, you know, I do maybe, you know, everybody takes getting banished or whatever way, but I wasn't even sort of motivating that whole thing for him to be.
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of do ourselves in, right? It's a game.
Yeah,
So at
of
some
course.
point the crowd turns, and I don't think it's personal.
Yeah.
And I don't think these things should be personal. And I don't take things that personally. I do my job, I do my best, and I leave.
But when you do, it is great television. And so I was so upset that you were murdered instead of being voted out, because all I wanted was for the clip Dorinda to come out at the table.
Yeah,
That's all I wanted.
You're not the first one that said that. But here's the funny thing. When I got murdered that day, I kind of had a gut feeling it was coming. I don't know why. I think because I was the last housewife standing, I thought, oh, they're going to have to take me out now. There's no way I'm going to. And by the time I opened that door, I kind of was like, I'm ready to go to Bluestone Manor.
Yeah, I want to go to Bluestone Manor too. I think we all do. We all.
And my exit outfit was so fantastic.
It was perfect. It was perfect. Well, Dorinda, I'm so glad that there's news that you will not be off our televisions for very long. But my last question for you on that is, even though you will make it nice on this next show, and everyone should go follow you and do all the things. But also, like, would you go back for an All Stars? That's my last question. Would you for a Traitors All Stars? Because there's lots of talk about that.
My God, do you think they'd want me back for a third time? I mean, isn't
homosexuals
it
had
going to be like,
anything
isn't it
to do
going to be
with it, I
like,
would.
not her again? I mean, give the people a break.
I
Well,
don't
of
want
course
a
I
break.
would. I go back. I'll leave you with a great story and then you can go. I've been to that castle many times before I was even on the show, because when I lived in London and my husband was Scottish, we used to go to castles to have lunch, and our very good friend Donald McTaggart's family owns that castle. It wasn't like it is now, but it was almost meant to be, because I actually visited that castle before 100 years ago when Hannah was a little girl. Is that not weird?
Wow, that is weird. But
I don't
also,
know if you know that. My first husband's Scottish.
yes, I do know that. Yes, trust me. I've been a Dorinda fan for a long time. I know the things. Well, thank you
So
so
it was
much.
all like it was meant to be.
Yeah, it really
The
was.
castle keeps calling me back.
Well, I mean, maybe you'll come back for a third time then.
You
Who
never
knows? You
know.
never know. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. I really appreciate it. It's so nice to meet you. I hope to do it again real soon.
Yes, I'd love that.
She's making it nice. She's making it nice. I enjoy Dorinda so much, and I hope you enjoyed this chat today. You know what to do. Subscribe, all the things, leave a little rating and review, all of the things that helps me out a bunch. I am H. Alan Scott on everything. In the meantime, watch something fun today and have a good one.